In a small village shadowed by loss, an old widow named Mara kept a cracked clay jar on her shelf. It had once held oil for her lamp, but a fall had shattered it, and she had repaired it with gold-colored resin. People often asked why she kept such a broken vessel. Mara would smile and say, "Because it reminds me of what God promises." One winter, a fire swept through the village, and many homes were damaged. The people gathered in grief, staring at the ashes where their labors had stood. Mara sat among them, her hands folded, her eyes wet. A young man named Eli, weary from the smoke and sorrow, asked her, "How can you still speak of hope when everything is ruined?" Mara lifted the repaired jar and held it where the firelight caught the seams. "This jar was broken," she said. "It did not heal itself. It could not return to what it was. But it became a sign to me that broken things are not the end in God's hands." Then she told them of the promise, a day when God Himself will dwell with His people, when death will be no more, and mourning and crying and pain will be gone forever. "Our tears are not forgotten," she said. "The Lord sees every wound. He does not merely patch the world, He renews it." Eli looked around at the ash, at the frightened children, at the neighbors who had lost so much. For the first time since the fire, he felt something stronger than despair. If God could make all things new, then ruin was not the final word. The village began to help one another rebuild, sharing bread, timber, blankets, and prayer. What had been a place of ashes slowly became a place of mercy. Years later, when the village bloom returned, Mara's jar still stood on the shelf. It was imperfect, yet beautiful. Everyone who saw it remembered that history was not ending in dust, but in glory. The lesson is this: God's promise to make all things new gives His people hope in sorrow, courage in loss, and patience to trust that He will one day remove every tear and dwell with them forever.